Welcome to this tutorial about fact-checking ChatGPT and other AI tools. Many of you have likely used AI before, but how do we tell if the information it gives us is accurate? I'll show a couple examples of how to do that through fact-checking. For today's demo, I'll be using ChatGPT since it's currently one of the most widely used. How do we fact-check AI? Instead of relying on AI as our only source for information, we should leave the tool to find other sources. This involves opening new tabs to verify facts, identify gaps, and find alternative perspectives. For my example, I'll ask ChatGPT about Myrtilla Minor, a white abolitionist who opened the Normal School for Colored Girls in D.C. in 1851. This institution, whose name is now outdated, existed to educate Black women and train them to become teachers. Over time, the school evolved and merged with other institutions to become the UDC we know today. Let's move on to the demonstration. I prompted ChatGPT to write 2 paragraphs about Myrtilla Minor, including only factual information. I asked for a source list and to cite them after each line, including 1 scholarly journal. It looks like it gave me what I asked for: 2 paragraphs, source citations within the text, and then down below, a source list. So is it trustworthy? Maybe not. It could be inaccurate, and ChatGPT even tells us this below to check important information. So how do we do that? I'm going to go ahead and fact check 2 claims it makes. The first one being she trained as a teacher at the Young Ladies Domestic Seminary in Rochester. That's from the Butchart source you can see here in the citation. I'll go to the source list below, and what I'm going to do is copy and paste the title of the source into Google. I highlighted it. Control C on the keyboard to copy, or you can right click and click copy. I'll go to Google, Control V to paste it in, or you can right click and click paste. I'm going to actually put quotation marks around the source title so I can find an exact result. Hit enter, and then the source is right here. I do have it open in another tab just because I found it in the library's collection. You can see it's an ebook published by the University of North Carolina, which is a trusted academic institution. What am I going to do now? So I'll go to the search bar and I'm going to type in domestic seminary in quotes again to find any instance of this phrase. I'll click enter, and it looks like here you can see 0, meaning there's 0 results for domestic seminary in this source. Now, the claim could still be accurate. It might not be mentioned in the source, but we could find it elsewhere perhaps. So what I'll do is go back to Google, and I'll use the keywords Myrtilla Minor Domestic Seminary. I have it open already for you. And I'll scroll through the results, and the one that catches my eye is JSTOR, which is a database of peer-reviewed articles and books, so it can be trusted. I'll go ahead and click the link, and it looks like I have access to this article. And it's from the journal New York History, a peer-reviewed journal from Cornell University. I'll go ahead and find the magnifying glass on the top right of the article, click it, and it'll bring up a search bar. I'm going to search domestic seminary, enter, and it looks like it comes up twice in the text. You can see 1 out of 2 results. And it says right here, in 1841, attended the Young Ladies Domestic Seminary at Clinton. So the fact is verified. Well, not exactly. It says Clinton in this trusted source, but if we go back to ChatGPT and go to the claim, it says Rochester. So it's a good thing we fact-checked this claim. The next claim I'll try to verify is here where I'm highlighting. The institution later evolved into what is now the University of the District of Columbia, and that's referring to the Normal School for Colored Girls. And this is from the second source it gave us, more. So I'll do the same thing, go down to the source list, find the title of the source, in this case an article, highlight it, copy, Control C, go to a new tab in the search bar, I'll paste it, Control V, and then add quotes, enter. And it looks like here you can see it says no results. That means, at least in this form, this source doesn't exist. So ChatGPT either cited it wrong or just made up the source altogether. So I'll have to find something else. I'll go back to the search bar, and the keywords I'll pick are Myrtilla Minor, UDC. Enter. And I'll scan through the results. This article from Howard University catches my eye. It is a trusted academic institution. And if I can press Control F now, this will help me find keywords within the text, and I'll try to find UDC. And you can see here there are 5 results on this page, and I'll press enter or click the arrow to scroll through them. And I see here Myrtilla Minor's Normal School for Colored Girls, UDC's predecessor institution. That means that this particular claim was verified. Now, I would want to verify many more claims since it gave us a lot of information here, but for the purposes of this demo, I'll stop here. In conclusion, AI tools need to be fact-checked because they can give us inaccurate, misleading, and even made-up information. We can do this by consulting outside resources. Ultimately, we want to be critical consumers of information. Now it's your turn. Pick a topic of interest and ask ChatGPT to create a paragraph summary with source citations. Choose a claim and use a source it cites to verify it. We'd love to hear about your findings. Thanks so much for tuning in today for this tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Take care.